Hey guys, it's Bree. So in today's video, we are going to be doing my October TBR. I am very excited for the month of October. I'm so ready for Halloween, which is very rare for me to say because I'm not really a Halloween type of person, but I don't know why. I'm loving the vibes right now, even though it's kind of a little bit hot here in Texas. But today we are going to be choosing my October TBR. I have decided to do the popular TBR jar, guys, because I feel like this will really help me figure out what I want for my TBR. I know there are a good amount of books that I know I want on next month's TBR, but this will probably help me out a little bit more to see what range I want, because I've kind of picked out some books that I want, but I don't know for sure if I want those for my TBR, so I decided to do this concept. So if everybody knows the prompt concept, so basically you just write down a bunch of bookish prompts, put it in a jar, put it in a cup as so, and you pick one out and whatever book you need to choose pertaining to that prompt. So I got my cup right here, and I know I actually do have some books that I bought specifically for the month of October that I want to read. Are they a little bit more, they're a little bit more, not spooky, but they're like pertain to like a little bit more of that darker, not darker vibe, actually, I don't even know, to be honest, but I did buy some books specifically for the month of October, so I will try to incorporate that into this TBR, and also there's some other books that I really want to read kind of next month that I will try to incorporate to TBR as well. But we shall go ahead and get started and choose our first book. First one we have is a book with an animal on the cover. Ooh. I actually looked through my books after writing on this prompt and I don't have much, but let's see what we have. Okay, I'm pretty sure I may have others with an animal on the cover, but these are the ones that I found closest to me right now. The first option I have is The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes by Susan Collins. This one I for sure need to read before the movie comes out, so I probably should put it on my October TBR, but at the same time, I don't think I'm ready for it. Even though this book has been out for a while, it is one that I never really thought I would pick up until I literally saw the trailer for the new movie, and the movie looks amazing. So I know I need to read this before it comes out, but I don't know if I'm ready for it in the month of October, so that one may or may not be chosen. Then we have Monsters Born and Made. This is technically like I think this is a dragon. What are you? I don't know. It's some type of animal, so we're including it. This one, however, I've been avoiding for a long time reading this book. I've read the synopsis. It sounds very interesting, but it's just one I've been avoiding, to be honest, and I don't think I'm going to choose it either. And then the next ones we have are twos that involve birds. So the first one we have is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, which I'm probably not going to choose because this is a duology, and I kind of don't want to do a duology for this month. I know next month I need to put a series in there because I need to get through some of my series. I do have to binge read a good amount, not so much my romance series, which I've explained before, but like my fantasy series, like my like dystopian series and stuff like that. I have to binge read them. It's just something in my mind that I'm like, I need to finish these in order. If not, like, the details will sprint from my mind, unless it's a book that hasn't been released yet in a series, but that has to happen. So Six of Crows may wait, but I actually kind of do want to start this next month if I don't start Caraval, so we'll figure it out. This one I more than likely will choose because I got it specifically for the month, for the fall season, and when I read the synopsis, I believe this is an Edgar Allan Poe retelling, so I was very excited to get it, and that is A Multitude of Dreams by Rutherford. This one, I believe, I forgot which book it was, but I think it is an Edgar Allan Poe retelling. I think that's what I heard. I really like Edgar Allan Poe's stories. I haven't read much, to be honest. I do have a collection of Edgar Allan Poe up there on my bookshelf, but the stuff like I read in school and stuff like that, I really enjoyed. As somebody who doesn't really like anything like horror or creepy, I liked what I read from him, so I'm very excited for this one. And the cover for this is stunning, by the way, and this one actually has the bird right there. So this one will be really, really good for this month. It's, like I said, it's a beautiful book. So that will be the first book of the TBR. So far, so good. Like I said, I'm just hoping that I can try to put this into my favor so that I can get the books that I want for this TBR. So the next one. A book with a plant or flowers on the cover. Ooh. I do have a good amount of those, so let me choose some and figure out what I want. Okay, so I decided to just pick out the 4 books that were right in front of me because I kind of don't want to get up to get onto my other 2 TBR shelves right here. So these are the 4 books that I found with plants on the cover. So first one we have is Belladonna by Adrian Grace. This one, however, I might not do as well because I do have Foxglove and I don't want to binge read, to be honest, right now. It might change throughout the month, just depending. If I have time, I'll probably pick either one of these up or one of the other books up. But this one, however, not yet. I will say, this is a stunning cover as well. Whoever did the art to this needs a raise. It's so pretty. Next one we have is Manslaughter Park by Tarza Price. This one is a part of the Jane Austen Murder Mystery series. I absolutely love this series. This is basically this is a little bit more of like a standalone kind of series that you don't have to read these in order. So as you can see, as I explained, they're Jane Austen inspired retellings. I've never read a Jane Austen book in my life, but I've read the first 2. What is it called? Pride and Premeditation and Second Degree Murder, and I absolutely love them. They're like little cozy mysteries, and I'm really, really excited to get into this one. So this one is an opportunity for this month because I kind of want to read it this month. The next one I have is The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin. We have leaves on the cover, so that counts. This one as well, I kind of want to get to this month because, of course, witches, the witchy vibes. Great for October. And I love Rachel Griffin's writing. The only book I've read from her is Wild as the Witch, and I absolutely love that book, so I feel like I will love this one as well. Does Rachel Griffin only write witchy books? I believe there is another book that came out by her, and it's a witch book as well. I'm not complaining, because I absolutely love the other one I read. So that one is also a possibility. And the next one I have is another Mara. Is it Mara? Have I been saying her name wrong? Rutherford book, and that is The Poison Season. This one has like a bunch of berries and stuff on it. This one probably not, because I already have multiple dreams on this TBR, so I probably will not choose this one because I have yet to read one of her books. So I feel like even though this one came out before this one, I feel like this one's the vibe for this month, so we're not gonna go with that one. So basically it's gonna come down to either Manslaughter Park or The Nature of Witches. I feel like The Nature, I don't know, because I want to read both, like, really, really bad. But I will say, I think I had Nature of the Witches a little bit longer, and I've been wanting to read another Rachel Griffin book, and this one I've been wanting to read for a while. So I think we're going to choose Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin. I cannot speak. So this one will also go on to the TBR. Also, I don't know if I'm going to be choosing 6 or 7 books. I may do 8, just depending on how much I can read, because I'm not gonna lie, this reading month has actually been really good for me. I'm actually able to put in another book that wasn't on my TBR next month from the month. I'm very happy about that. So we'll see how much I can get for this one. So the next book we want is a standalone. Oh, I know exactly what book I want for this because I got it specifically for this TBR. If I can grab it off this damn shelf. That book right here is My Roommate is a Vampire by Jenna Levine. I got this specifically for the month of October. I've heard so many great things about this book. It is a romantic comedy. I'm very, very excited. So this one, I believe, is she moves into the apartment and her roommate basically literally is a vampire and stuff like that. So I'm very, very, very excited for this book. Like I said, I got it specifically for this month. I was going to tell myself not to get it, but then I saw Mel Reid's do a reading vlog on this, and I needed it afterwards because she said she liked it. So very, very excited for that. Okay, next book. There is like one more book I for sure want on this TBR because I really want to read it next. So hopefully I get a prompt for that. But the other ones are just up in the air pretty much. Do not. What is wrong with you? A book with blue on the cover. Okay. The one book I want to read does not have blue on the cover. Do I have a lot of things with blue on the cover? I have a couple things, so let me grab them and then we can discuss. Okay, it turns out I have a lot of books with blue on the cover, so I got about 6 of them. No, this is 7 of them to discuss. We have some romances, and then we have some fantasy, and we have a Greek retelling. So the first one we have is The Shadow of Perseus by Heywood. I got this during the Barnes & Noble 50% off sale because I wanted a little bit more Greek mythology because I love reading Greek mythology, and this was one of them. This one follows the women in Perseus' story, so this one could be really, really good. And it's not that long either. It's like only like almost 300 pages. And the rest, we also have, is this blue or is this green? I think it's blue. We have Never a Hero by Vanessa Lynn. This is the second book to Only a Monster, which I absolutely loved that book. That book was so good. And I didn't know the second book had came out as soon as it did. So I ordered it last time I was on Barnes and I decided to get it. This one might be a possibility. But like I said, there's so many books that I have and so many series that I need to get through. I mean, I can kind of finish off the series. I need to know though, is this a trilogy? I need to figure out if this is a trilogy. So we shall see. But this could be a contender as well. And the rest I have are romances. So we have Better Than Movies by Lynn Painter. Of course, the letters are blue. We have The Deal from the Off-Campus series by L. Kennedy. This one probably not, because I am in the middle of a couple of romance series. Even though I can go in between romance series and not binge read them, I'd be fine. So that one, maybe. But I don't think I'm really wanting a hockey romance right now. So probably not. We also have Travis by Mia Sheridan. This follows Travis from Arthur's Voice. I really want to read this, but at the same time, I don't know if I should give this man my time, because he was an ass in that book. But I don't know. I might end up liking it, because I ended up loving Arthur's Voice, so we shall see about that. Then we have The American Roommate Experiments by Elena Armes, and then Things We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. For this prompt, I don't know if I want to go with the romance, even though I feel like I should have a couple romances to break out from like the fantasy and stuff from here. But I think, I really don't know. So I'm gonna eliminate some. So Better Than the Movies, and then Things We Never Get Over, and The Experience can go over there because I barely got those. So probably not. Also Off Campus, and also Travis. So no romances. So it's basically just gonna be The Shadows of Perseus or Never a Hero. I think I might do The Shadows of Perseus because when was the last time? I read it a couple months ago. I read Greek mythology a couple months ago, but this is, like I said, a shorter read. So I can get through it probably pretty quickly. So I think I'm going to add this one to TBR just to spice things up a little bit. So that will be added. Love that for me. I already have a stack of books over here that I need to put back on my shelf. That's okay. So on to the next book we have. The next book is a YA novel. Ooh. I have so many. I don't think I have a lot of YA standalones right now. But, I mean, Better Than the Movies is considered YA. But I also have a lot of outright YA books I need to get through. So I may choose one of those. Or we can choose Almost There, right here. The Twisted Tales. This one I've had on my TBR for a long time, and I feel like I should read it because I love Twisted Tales. And I feel like this would be great. You know what? I think we're going to do this one. This is the Almost There Twisted Tales, What If Tiana Made a Deal That Changed Everything. This is by Farrah Rochon. I love the Twisted Tales series. I have a bunch of the other books, and Tiana is one of my favorite princesses, so I think I'm just gonna pick this one up because it's gonna be really, really good. Like I said, this one's been on my TBR. One of the books that's been on the TBR the longest, so I feel like I should get to it this month so I can finally finish it off. So we're gonna add her to the TBR as well. We have a good selection going on, guys. Okay, So I think let's do 2 more and figure out. I will say, if I don't get the book that I want to put on my TBR in this prompt, I'm going to add it anyways because I really want to read it next month. So let's choose our next read. This read is A Enemies to Lovers. Ew. Oh, I think I know. There's 2 in my mind that I kind of want to read right now, so let me see. Let me grab them and get them. Okay, so I picked 3 options, even though I know I probably won't choose the 3rd one, even though I kind of want to read it. So the first one we have is Love Directly by Heywood. This one I absolutely cannot wait to read, but I might wait only because, like I said, I don't want too much romance in this TBR. Even though technically I kind of have just one romance with my roommate is a vampire. But I kind of want to save this, even though I love Heywood. I love all of her books, and I can't wait to get into this one. But I might wait. But the 2 books I had in mind in general is Divine Rivals by Rebecca Ross and A Study in Drowning by Ava Reid. These 2, I've heard so much about Divine Rivals, and I've been wanting to read it because I'm not gonna lie, I've read the synopsis and then hearing it, like, other people describe it. I don't remember reading anything about that. So I've been wanting to read this for a while. It's very hyped up on Book Talk and everything like that. Everybody says it's so good. And I absolutely loved Rebecca Ross's Dreams Lie Beneath. That one was one of my favorite books that I read last year. So I kind of want to dive into this one. But then also, I just got A Study in Drowning by Ava Reid. This one is my newest one from Owl Crate. I just got it in, so I feel like I shouldn't read it since I've had this one for a while. But it's also going to be really, really good for this month. So I think I'm going to do a study in Drowning. This one pertains to Effie, and Preston, who despises each other, I believe so. It has to do with a house crumbling in the sea, her favorite author, and everything like that. Like I said, this book, as soon as I heard the synopsis of it, I wanted it so bad and was so excited to see that I got it in my Owl Crate book. So I think we're going to add this one to TBR. Even though, technically, I just got it, and I'm trying my best not to put too many books into this TBR that I just got in the last couple of months, but that's basically what's happening. So that's 6. So let's add 2 more. Let's just do 8. Okay, so I accidentally got too much. Let's do a newly bought book. Technically, this book. Okay, literally I just said I don't want to do a lot of books that I barely got, but this one I technically bought recently. So I can add it to the TBR because I really want to read it next month. So I actually literally got the next 2 books in the series after reading the first one because I love the first one that much. And you will hear about that in my reading wrap up in general. But it is Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. I bought this, I think I bought it last month. Did I bring it? No, I didn't. I bought it at the beginning of the month, I think. I bought it at the beginning of the month. So technically this is a newly bought book. So technically I could put it on this TBR. This one is the one romance that I have been waiting to read. I am so excited for this. So this is the second book in the Dreamland Billionaire series. This follows Declan and Iris. Declan is the oldest brother out of the 3 brothers. So you have Rowan, Declan, and is it Cal, his name? Yeah, Cal. I will say, I thought Rowan was the middle child. He's the youngest. I thought he was the middle child. But we do follow him in here. This is Marriage of Convenience. And just seeing the sprinkle of them in the fine print, I know I'm going to love them in this book. And I've heard this is basically everybody's favorite. So I'm so excited for it. To add that one in there. And then we will choose one more. So we got kind of a hefty pile here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we got a hefty pile. But I feel like I can do one more. Just for a little sprinkle in there, just to have some variety. Will I get through all these books? I don't know. We shall see. It just depends on the reading month for me. It depends on how I feel and whenever I read. So let's go into this one. Oh no, I dropped it. Why are you... Ooh, a spicy romance. Love. Okay, so I have a good... What do I want to do for this one? I have good options. Technically. So for this prompt, we can do Twisted Games, Electric Idols, Corrupt. Corrupt's more like a dark romance though, so I don't know if I want that yet. Icebreaker. Is the deal considered... I don't think the deal is considered spicy. What is over here? What's in my pile? I don't know. So I think my choice basically will probably be between Twisted Game and Electric Idol. Or we can do Rival by Penelope Douglas, because Rival is the second book in the Fallen Away series, and I'm trying to get through this series as well. All of these are second books in a series. Technically, Rival... Oh, actually, this is the second book, because Until You was the novella in between this book, so technically this is the second book in the series. So I can go with either of these, because I know they're quite spicy. I know this one has a little bit of kick to it. Probably not as much as these, though, so... I don't know, because I just finished Twisted Love, and I enjoyed that one as well. And I finished Neon Gods a couple months ago, and I enjoyed that one as well. And everybody says, literally, like, these two books are really, really good in these series. So I don't know which one I truly want. I kind of wanted to pick up this one straight after, but... You know what? I think I might go with Electric Idols, because I read this series beforehand, but also I read this one first, so, but I can get through this one probably pretty quickly. You know what? No, we're gonna go with Electric Idols. I probably will pick this up for next month, though, because I really want to get through the other two books on the series that I really want to read, but I think we're gonna do Electric Idols. So this one follows Psyche and... what is his name? Eros. I believe that's this man's name. And Eros. And I've heard that this one is way better than Neon Gods, which I enjoyed Neon Gods. And I will say the spice in that one was pretty okay. I don't know if it's just me in general, but I feel like this one will probably be really, really good. And I love... But wait, I actually have a Greek mythology in this one, though. You know what, screw it, I'm going to add it anyways. So we're going to add Electric Idol, another romance, to this plot. Wow, that was not what I expected to do for this, guys. Okay, so a little recap. We have 7 books? 8 books, if I can count. So let me recap everything on this thing. I don't remember what the order was, so let me figure it out really quickly, because I really do not know what the order was for this. What the fudge was the first one? Okay, I think I got it. So the first prompt was, of course, a book with the animal on the cover. So we have A Multitude of Dreams by Rutherford. This one has a crow on the cover. So that is our first pick. Our next pick is a standalone. Was that the pick for this one? Was it a standalone? The one was next? No, the next one was... I am so out of it. I am so sorry. The next one was something with the plant on the cover, I think. And that was The Nature of Witches. It has leaves on the cover. The next one we have is a standalone, which is My Roommate is a Vampire by Jenna Levine. So that one's right there. The next one is a book with blue on the cover, and that is The Shadow of Perseus by Heywood. as well. Greek mythology thrown into there. Next we have a YA novel, which is Almost There by Farrah Rochon. This one, of course, is a Twisted Tale series. Love that right there. Then we have an Enemies to Lovers, A Study in Drowning by Ava Reid. This is a Enemies to Lovers, though, is it? Yes, this is Enemies to Lovers. We have it there. Then we have a newly bought book, and that is Terms and Conditions by Lauren Asher. Then, lastly, we have a spicy romance, which is Electric Isle by Kate Roberts. This TBR is actually pretty good. It has a good range of books that I really want to read, and books that I probably will get through pretty fast. I actually like that I have a good amount of romance on here, so that it balances out with the other books I have, because I have a good amount. I don't have really like much fantasy on this either, so I feel like it's a win-win for me. So that, guys, is going to be my October TBR for the month. I'm hoping to get through as many of these books as I can. I feel like 8 is a very ambitious number for me, since I'm always really, really busy. I don't really have time to read as much as I want to. So we'll see how I get through with this one. Let me know down below what y'all's reads are going to be for next month, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.